Got Super Enchi here, Super Disco, possibly, Hypo, because everything's Hypo, Rainbow, and there might even be Hurricane in here, not sure. What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily. Today we're looking at ball pythons and ball pythons only, although you never know what else I might strike my fancy. But we're going to try to focus on ball pythons. We're going to focus on the rainbow gene and looking at some of my rainbow combinations and how they're doing and growing up, and anything else that kind of like strikes my fancy while I'm looking through the rack. I want to also give you an update on my Hurricane Monarch, stuff that people have been asking about. I try to like pick videos of the text messages I get from people interested in certain snakes. So without further ado, as you can see, it's dark already. Let's go into the snake room. Here's a beautiful male that I almost sold. I had him in the sit for sale rack. Luckily, I'm so lazy I don't list anything, but this is a GHI Coral Glow, which is another banana and Coral Glow are essentially the same. They just look a little different, but I think I like Coral Glows a little better than bananas, but they're the same gene. And this is more than likely Mandarin. Now I wasn't initially sure if it was Mandarin, and so that's why I really wasn't deciding to keep it. And now I'm as it's been growing, I see more and more Mandarin signs in it. So I think I'm going to be keeping it. This male's head clown, so obviously you see the benefit of if you want to get Mandarin clown, you want to get Mandarin Coral Glow clowns. And then I'm pretty sure there's GHI in here too. So he went from being maybe not so valuable to being something that I don't want to let go now. So keeping him a little on the thin side. I don't know why, but we'll start beefing him up a little bit. Here's another really, really nice female that I've been growing up since 21. She is an Orange Dream Spider. I think she might be pastel too, but she's Disco Inferno. I showed you a Disco Inferno male the other day, but this is a Disco Inferno, which is a fire and disco together. It makes it look a little pied-ish. And this is a visual clown too. So we have an Orange Dream Spider, possible pastel Disco Inferno clown. She's almost up to breeding size. Once again, she's close. I have a lot of females that are very close because they're all from that same 2021 clutches that I had that I held back, and I just kind of picked the best females and just been growing them up. Really nice. I mean, does it really even matter if there's really pied in there? If it looks pied, we're going for a look, right? So sometimes it doesn't even matter. That's why I like champagne het pieds better than I like champagne pieds, because champagne het pieds look completely like pieds. So really nice. And here's another Mario that I'm holding back. This is another Hurricane Mario Fire Pastel. And she's close to breeding too. So Mario is a gene that reduces pattern and lightens things up. A lot of times it thickens these little stripes here, makes them a little thicker. Mario, I'll get news for you. I'll show you Mario Desert Ghost. Mario and Desert Ghost really work well together, because Mario does a lot of stuff that Desert Ghost does too. So when you put them together, it works really well. Let me show you. That's just a pure Mario Desert Ghost male breeder I have. And you can see Mario kind of thickens these things up. It reduces the pattern, but then it also makes the existing like a little thicker. Desert Ghost obviously keeps the darkness, lightens things up. Mario lightens things up, so they kind of complement each other really nice. Really nice combo. I don't think anyone would be upset with having a Mario Desert Ghost in their collection. It's just a really nice combination. And to get that into clown, I think is going to be really nice as well. Mario Desert Ghost clowns. All right, a little ball python clutch update from my Enchi Rainbow Hurricane Disco Het Hypo. This was not an ultraviolet. This was only a single copy Hurricane Rainbow. That was the male. That was bred to a super Enchi Hypo Disco. Proved out to be Het Rainbow. This is a Enchi Super Disco, what I check think. Hypo Het Rainbow. This is really very, very clean looking snake. Really nice looking female. Look at how clean that is. That's that Super Enchi in there. That Super Disco. Hypo gene. Those genes alone are really, really cool. Hypo Super Disco. I don't think it's Super Enchi. I think it's single copy Enchi, to be honest with you. I think it's the Super Disco that's making it really clean. And the Hypo gene. But that's 100% Het Rainbow. And which makes it very valuable. And we'll show you why, because I'm going to show you the visual in a little bit. Now, this little boy, this is the litter mate to that little girl. This is an Enchi, Hypo, Hurricane. You can see the busy hurricane pattern. Het Rainbow. So, I mean, tremendous color. Remember, these are all Het Rainbows. These are not the visual rainbows. Neither one of these is visual. This one obviously much busier because of the hurricane copy in there. And then we go to the third, or the second sister here. And this is what I believe to be, I think it's Enchi, Hypo Disco Rainbow. So really, really, once again, super clean. Let's see if we can wake her up a little bit here. Super clean. Beautiful in its own right, but these are all 100% het for rainbow, which as we know is a beautiful T positive-ish, T negative combination. Looks like it. I don't even know what to define it. It's a red-eyed T positive is really what it is, the rainbow. But look how clean this is prior to putting rainbow in it. And I'm going to explain to you why this is so important to have this Hypo, Super Disco, or Disco in this case, in this snake and Enchi, because when you put it, the rainbow, the visual rainbow into this, you'll see why these three snakes are taken to the next level. Now, if you want to get involved in this project, these are the three snakes that you're going to want to grab one of, and they'll be put up for sale soon. If you don't want to wait, you can reach out to me directly. Now here's the visual form of that. This is with the rainbow, and you can see the clean, really clean look to the snake, and then put the rainbow on top of that. So we got Super Enchi here, Super Disco, possibly, Hypo, because everything's Hypo, Rainbow, and there might even be Hurricane in here, I'm not sure. Because I don't know what a Super Disco Hurricane would look like. But I can tell you this is amazing. And you can see the pinched head, which will give me the Super Enchi for sure. There's definitely a copy of Disco in here. Is there Super Disco? There might be. And there's definitely visual rainbow. You can see the red eyes. This is just an incredible looking snake. We should take her outside. Let's see if it's still light out here. Let's see. Sometimes when the sun's coming down, it's a little too dark. Sometimes when the sun's coming down, you can get a really nice look. It still looks pretty nice, just with the indoor lighting on it. And very happy with where our rainbow projects have been going. This year, I'm hoping to really take it to the next level. That's the goal. All right, a little update on our Hurricane Monarch. Monarch being one of the most sought after T-positive albino lines in ball python breeding. Gives a lot more purples than the Ultramel, and they're just not as readily available. I think so they're more desirable. But I got the Hurricane into this Monarch. I produced two of these little boys last year, growing nicely. One of them I sold, so someone else is the lucky recipient of that. I know he's a big Monarch breeder, so he probably is loving that little boy. And little by little, he's growing. Hopefully next year we'll be able to put him into the breeding rotation. I didn't really power feed this guy. I don't know why, but I wish he would have been up to size by now, but it's just not, wasn't in the cards, I guess. He's over a year old. He's small. I don't think Papa had him on the accelerated eating program. I'm a little sad about that, only because we could have bred him this year and made some good babies. I don't even think he'll be ready in a couple months, to be honest with you, but you never know. He's at that stage where he can eat bigger prey items if you look at him. So he might actually, if we can start getting small rats in him, he might put on the necessary size. A little carpet python update. This was a single solitary baby we produced from a double head albino axanthic, which would be a double head snow, to a caramel double head snow. Actually, it was a caramel head double head snow to a caramel double head snow, or actually a caramel double het moon glow to a caramel double het moon glow. Because in carpet pythons, the caramel, axanthic, albino, those three genes produce a moon glow. So these are the mother and the father were both caramels that were het for albino and axanthic. And I only got one baby that survived. And this guy is a great little eater. And he's dark. And really, one of the coolest looking carpet pythons. He hasn't even gone through his 1 year ontogenetic color change, so I don't even know what he's going to look like. But he is like one of the darkest carpets I've produced. He definitely got one copy of caramel at least in him, but he's got a lot. The darks are really dark. I really like him, and he's published that this guy never turns down food. And usually carpet babies are a pain in the neck when they're born. He's all by himself. He's very lonely. It's the Terminator Pied. I nicknamed him the Terminator Pied because he's got a red eye, but he's not albino. Let me see if I can zoom in on this guy's eye. I don't know if this lighting show you. He's got a red eye. Look at that. A small red eye. He looks like a lesser pied. Lesser pieds have small eyes, but they're all white. He's not. I have a feeling he's some kind of a chimera, as we say, which is like two snakes that are fused together. So one of them is a lesser pied, and then the other one is whatever his head is made of. I don't know what it is. Banana lesser pieds have reddish eyes, so he's probably a banana lesser pied with something else sneaking through there in his head area, because he shouldn't have any coloration. But there's orange dream in there in this breeding, so that could be in there. There's Enchi in here. There's Hurricane. He's so this is a girl actually, so we have a female Terminator. Sorry about that. She's so weird looking that I can't let her go, because I don't know what she is. And I don't even know if she'll breed, to breed true to whatever might be in there or not in there. I don't know. Let me see if I can. All right, I got the Terminator Pied in my Cocoa Blocks container here, just so you can get a little view of it. So you see it's all white. So it's probably a lesser banana pied, at least. That would give it the totally white look with the small eyes and the reddish eyes, but they're really red. They're like I said, Terminator red. Let me see if I can get in close up. Yeah, the banana lesser pieds are not that red, but even still. And then there's Orange Dream and Hurricane and Enchi possible. I mean, Enchi would not put color into a lesser pied unless there was something else going on. So it's just an unusual snake, and it probably nothing. It'll probably turn out to be nothing really, monumental, but I thought it's different enough from my other ball pythons that I got to keep it, especially since I named it the Terminator Pied. See, here's a lesser pied. That's a real lesser pied, and that's got a little bit of orange blotching, probably because of the orange dream, and that's got kind of got a reddish tinged eye. That's not a red eye, but it's a red tinged eye. So that's lesser pied banana with orange dream, little tipping on the head. That other snake, the Terminator Pied, has got way too much pattern on it. This is a male. This one's almost ready to breed. I would probably sell this one too. This is lesser pied banana with possible yellow belly, Enchi Orange Dream, Hurricane. I would say definitely Orange Dream because of the head, the orange on the head. This whole clutch came out really interesting. I haven't sold a single one because I was so enamored with it. It was so cool. It's just cool looking snakes, you know, especially if you like a white snake. It's like really white and it's got that orange blotch on its head. Right? Really cool. If anyone's interested, let me know. I'd probably sell this guy. Not the Terminator guy, but this one I would. You know, I forgot all about this female I have that I produced back in 22. So this is she's about a year and a couple months old. I forgot I produced this visual rainbow. I was just showing you rainbows and I just bumped into her. She's a hypo and she butter. I do like butter with rainbow. Rainbow, and she could potentially be disco too. So the lesser which is butter and lesser are the same thing. The butter and the rainbow work really well, and butter hypo rainbows are really nice. They have really reddish eyes too. They probably have the most red eyes of any of the rainbow combinations, because butter or lesser are the same thing. They really reduce pattern and melanin. So this is a really interesting. I have some bigger versions of this too, but this one might be a little different because I think it has a disco in it. And this female's got some nice size on it too for, you know, a 1 year old. She's looking really nice. I might be convinced if anyone's really interested in her, I might be convinced to sell her, just because I have a bunch of females that I'm growing up now, and I do have one with butter. And they get nicer when they get older. I'll even show you what they look like. Look at that. Really nice colors. The only one is I don't have disco in the other one, so I'm wondering if I should keep this one. I don't think you can have too many rainbow female breeders. All right, now this one is an adult version of what I kind of just showed you, but it was a little different. So this is rainbow, obviously visual, hurricane, and she. I'm pretty sure there's butter in here. This could be super Enchi too. It does have a really pinched looking head. So this could be super Enchi, butter. Pretty sure there's hypo in here too. It's one of these things like it's got so many interesting genes and lightning genes that it almost is. It looks almost T-negative albino. It's so light. Now it didn't look like that when it was born. It had more color, so it kind of got lighter as it got older. Look at that nice red eye. I mean, it's a really interesting combination. Butter, which is also lesser, they're the same gene. It really does some interesting stuff with rainbow, as I showed you in that baby before. Now, I think that other baby had disco in it. This one doesn't, because there wasn't a disco, I don't think, in its breeding. But it came out really good. I'm pretty sure there's hurricane in here too, and the reason is because it looks different than its sister. I'm going to show you the sister. And here's the sister. And the genes are almost the same. I think this one is super Enchi too. Definitely lesser hypo, rainbow. Look at those red eyes. I don't think I think the other one had hurricane and this one doesn't. That's what I think the difference is. I don't even know. That's why I kept them both back, and I'm just going to breed them and see what they produce. They're both ready to breed. I just got to figure out who I want to breed them to and see what we produce. So it took me a while to grow these guys up. These are 21, so this will be their first chance to breed. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today here at Palumbo's Pythons and Boas. Hopefully you enjoyed the incredible rainbow morphs that I showed you. As you know, that's one of my favorite genes that I work with in my ball python collection, and I'm just trying to make it better and better every year. And you know, all you can do is put the snakes together and say a lot of prayers. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I produced some pretty interesting triple hets that I have a feeling that I sold a couple pairs that I have a feeling the people I sold them to are going to produce visuals and babies before I do. Mine are very small still. I've been begging Pablo to increase the feeding frequency of these guys to get them up to size, but sometimes when they grow slower, they actually wind up to be better breeders. Who knows? Long term, that is. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any ideas for future videos you'd like me to do, put them in the comments below. For now, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, hit that like button. I'll see you back tomorrow morning.